It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video. This one's gonna be a video looking at both The Walking Dead movies as well as Fear the Walking Dead Season 6. So we're gonna be taking a look at a snippet of scene or a sneak peek from the upcoming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. And I'm gonna basically explain what the scene was, but I'm gonna use that scene to make a prediction about what Rick Grimes' role could be at the CRM. So you could look at this scene from Fear the Walking Dead as, I don't want to say as a hint, but it could be a hint, but it could also be just an Easter egg about what we might see on the movies. What I'm saying about the fear part of this video, I'm sure about, like I'm 100% sure, but the part where I'm connecting it to the movies or using it to make a prediction about the movies is my own speculation. But what we do know for sure from this sneak peek is that John Dorie is one of Virginia's officers. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So this is the sneak peek right here. I'm not going to go through any of the actual scene in the sneak peek because it's pretty straightforward. So this scene basically happens inside one of Virginia's communities. We basically have John, who actually has a key now. If you remember, Virginia gives keys to her rangers or to people that have a big role in her community. We do know Victor Strand earned a key, and we also know John is carrying a key as well. So John is looking at someone hanging by barbed wires, and it seems like they tried to escape or tried to walk over and they got tangled on the wires and basically bled to death or something along those lines. And it's John's job to investigate. So we basically have Virginia telling the group that has gathered there to not worry, and then she tells John, let's just clean up the body, let's not worry about it. She basically dismissed it as bad luck, saying that whoever this was got drunk, wrapped around the barbed wires and died, something along those lines. And then John, who wants to investigate further, is shot down by Virginia. Virginia tells him, don't do that. She says, I appreciate how seriously you're taking your duties here, John. So that's extremely interesting. That's the big part of it that I wanted to talk about. What do we know about John? We know John was a police officer before the apocalypse. They revealed that to us, I think, 2 seasons ago. Much like Rick Grimes was a police officer before the apocalypse. So in Virginia's community, John has the same exact role that he had before the apocalypse. He's not a ranger, but he is like a sheriff for the town or the community, which is pretty close to the job that he had before the apocalypse. So that's extremely interesting. Now, how does this relate to Rick Grimes and the movies? Well, we also know Commonwealth, the group that was introduced in the season 10 finale of The Walking Dead, has a community that is structured in a similar way, where people who live there have the same roles as they did before the apocalypse. So what I'm trying to get at is, what if the CRM is also structured in a similar fashion? We do know that in one of the previous episodes of The Walking Dead's third spin-off, World Beyond, Lieutenant Colonel Elizabeth Kublek, who appears to be the one in charge of the military for the CRM, told one of her soldiers about the fact that they have like a functioning civilization, you could say. She talked about how they have a council, how they have laws, and so on. So what if the CRM is also structured in a similar fashion, where the people who live there can have the role that they had before the apocalypse? So Rick Grimes could be the sheriff in town. He could be the police officer for the CRM. Not a soldier, but a police officer. That would be extremely interesting. It would be similar to what John's role is in Virginia's community. But of course, it's much bigger scale. Of course, we know Rick was traded into the CRM by Jadis as a bee. And we did learn in the previous episode of The Walking Dead World Beyond that B is most likely someone who can be an asset to the CRM. They could be a soldier or some sort of a military personnel. They could have like a governmental role, or they could have like a role like being a police officer or being a lawyer. But with that said, again, the Fear the Walking Dead portion of this video with respect to John being a sheriff in Virginia's community is pretty much confirmed. We know that based on the sneak peek. But the part about Rick Grimes and what I said about him most likely being also a police officer at the CRM is my own speculation. But with all of that said, I am interested to know everyone's thoughts and opinions about this theory and about this reveal for season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead as far as John's role goes. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoy what you see, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.